Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do one of those year-end videos. It's that time, right? So it's December 29th, Sunday, and we got a couple more days for a new year. And I thought what I would do this year, last year I showed like 175 knives on a table and went through and picked some up. Didn't have a lot of time to really look at the knives. So today what I thought I'd do is what's represented before you is 12 months, 2 knives for every month. And of course I have bought more knives than that, but I'm just going to use these to be representative of 2024, my year of knife collecting. And so if you'd like to see some of those cool knives and maybe get inside my head a little bit and see what kind of knives I like to collect and the way I kind of swing back and forth, I'd love to see you, and I hope you join me in the video.
Tomorrow?
The meaning of life is to drink from the skulls of your enemies and to listen to the lamentations of the women. Alright, so welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Hi to all my viewers. You saw that ridiculous little short I put up there. Sometimes I have a little bit of fun, and that's me having some fun. My daughter bought me a gag gift. It's one of those drinking apparatuses for college kids, and I was playing around with that with the family Saturday night. We had a great time, and I hope you all are enjoying your holidays. Sometimes holidays, can be rough because we have loved ones that pass away during that time. And if you're one of those people, my thoughts are with you. And I still think it's a time that we can cherish as a time of peace on earth. So without further ado, let's get into these knives. Okay, first up is January of 2024. I came across this knife here. It is a J.A. Henckels sack knife, but not just your everyday sack knife. This is a vintage sack from J.A. Henckels. You can tell by this right here, this is actually not a screwdriver. It's a tool to be used on a rifle, and it dates this knife to before 1924. The original Swiss officer's knife came out in 1897, so this doesn't date too far past the original Swiss Army knife. And this knife was in fantastic condition, built very, very well. You can see the twins right there. And yeah, just really cool to have in my collection. Also, I came across this. It's a baby Barlow. Here's a full-size Barlow right here. Just a little tiny Barlow. One, you don't see too many of these baby Barlows. That you tend to see them as modern iterations that somebody's made, but this is a Schrade Walden. You can see it right there. Dates to before 1974, and just really nice little Schrade. That's collectible in itself, but the fact that it's a baby Barlow is pretty cool. Next up is this. It's just a cattleman's cutlery. Nothing special about this. It is in beautiful wood there. Look at that. Just absolutely gorgeous. The shield is done really well. So these are inexpensive knives, relatively, China made, and a nice CC shield cut in really nice into that wood. And sometimes I go that way, right? It's not old and it's not vintage. Here is a Rough Rider that actually, this is a Queen. Yeah, this is a Queen. I first saw this on Randy WSG's website. Beautiful, beautiful, genuine abalone here. This is not that piece together stuff. It's one piece. It's really cool. And a great little knife too, by the way, for inexpensive. All right, so into March. March is my birthday. I don't always buy knives. Sometimes they are given to me. And this was given to me by my wife. A beautiful Lars Felt slip joint. Look at that. It's a slip joint. And beautiful, beautiful birch handles, natural birch handles, just absolutely gorgeous. Great knife from Castrum. And yeah, really nice, really cool. That's a slip joint too. They usually don't do slip joints, so that's pretty neat. And then also I've got this American Blade Show. This is a vintage knife set that was given to the American Blade Collectors Association. So you had to be a member, and you have nice leather pouch here with belt on the inside. And on the inside, you have a case 13. This is a discontinued pattern of case. It's doesn't date back to when they were making these, but it's like a case classic knife. And then on the bottom side, you have a Parker Cutlery. Beautiful custom knives here. You don't see often. I got this at a fantastic price. And just great little bit of collecting there. In April, I kind of went off the reservation. I was just cruising on Amazon and found this knife. It's a company called Katsu, and man, it is Japanese made, beautiful knife. Look at the geometry on this blade. Beautiful 154 cm steel. This is a fantastic knife. Carbon fiber, beautifully done carbon fiber. It is a modern folder. And like I said, I just love collecting knives. I'm not prejudiced. I don't care where they're from or what kind of knives they are. I love knives, and I collect different ones at different times. To highlight that, I picked this up in April too. This is a Western. It is a split back whittler. You don't see very many of these when you go out and look for Western knives. So just a fantastic little whittler here, in great shape. It's an older one, of course. And man, this thing is like it's brand new. It's just phenomenal. And so haven't cleaned this up even yet. Got it last April. So both those in the same month, along with many other ones. All right, moving into May, we pick up a case here. This is a 110. It's a saddle horn, curved jack, and obviously vintage here. This is a fantastic knife, and part of my goal last year was to collect more case patterns and good case knives. I can't tell whether that's in focus or not. But anyhow, it's a 1991. Beautiful knife. Beautiful knife. All right. The also picked up this Rough Rider. Inexpensive knife, but I think this looks like a really great gentleman's knife right here. And I love copper, and so love these copper bolsters. And then if you look close, you can see really nice copper swirl in there. Just really cool knife. And they don't always have to be expensive to be neat and something that we like to collect. It's May, coming into June. I picked up this knife here. This is actually a Sears knife, but it's a really old Sears knife. It is a three back spring knife. Those are kind of scarce to come upon. And then it's a 5-blade knife on top of that. It's a Sears knife, and this was made by Camillus. And see if you can see. That's the tang stamp right there. That is a Camillus. Use that tang stamp right there. High carbon steel. And on their Sears knives. So that was a great find. Another great find was this right here. It's a complete, not a complete, but a full kit of doctor's knives dating back to the 1800s, and beautiful tortoiseshell right there. They're all in really good condition, and just really cool to be able to collect something like that. And yeah, so that's the Mind of Mike. In June, we went a different way again, and this is a beautiful David Yellow Horse custom. Man, these things are just fantastic knives. Look at the shine on this knife. Just fantastic. No gaps, nothing. Look how tight. All of these are genuine bone and just fantastic. Beautiful action. You know, he totally disassembles these knives, puts them back together the way they should be. And man, look at the precision on that knife. Little bear paws cut into genuine stones. Just really cool. Yeah, I love picking these things up. They're expensive though. And then again, I got another Western. So this is a penknife. Another unusual Western model number. You can see. Oh boy, I can't even do that. That's let's see. I'm having trouble seeing here. Camera's so high. But yeah. There's the small pen blade on this knife. And I think this is green bone. It looks green and brown, kind of what that green bone used to look like. I don't know whether they ever made any or not, but yeah, I think it probably is. That was pretty cool. So that's June. and July. I picked up this really nice, look at this, Robeson Mastercraft. Look at that. And it's a whittler also, had milled liners, you can see right there. This is a fairly big knife, just a beautiful example of an old vintage knife. Looks fantastic. Look at that. Was in good shape. They're somewhere on these blades, but overall they're in really good shape. And yeah, a lot of wear on that pen blade there. Somebody just whittled away the hours. Way before TV, that's what they used to do. And then this is not the only Rosecraft knife I picked up, but it's the Riverbend Skinner. I think it's Riverbend Skinner. And I just love the geometry, everything about this knife. I love the curved jack. I love the upswept geometry of the blade, the saber grind on it. Just fantastic work that Rosecraft does on their knives. Not the only one I bought last year, but I like this full size knife. This is a full size. Carry out in the woods with you hunting. So that was August. Moving into September, I got this Army Air Corps knife. I have not cleaned this up yet. Was looking for a long time to find one of these, and it does have brass, but that's not unusual. You know, some of these World War II knives were made with brass, and that's what this thing is. Yeah, just really cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me get this out here. And there we go. Really cool. These were equal end cattle knives used in the Army Air Corps. And they were supposed to be 3 5/8, but most of the ones you find will actually be 3 3/4. And then here is a Rough Rider Reserve. Took a chance on this thing. It's a big whittler. This thing's huge. It's like 4 inches. Let's look at it. Yeah, look at that, 4.5 inches. It's really fairly light. You have micarta scales. This is just a great, man, this thing would be a great camp knife to have in your collection. Look at that massive spear point blade on this knife. And I hope to do some whittling with this, actual whittling. But yeah, it would be a great camp knife, a great trail knife if you're a cowboy and you go out there for a couple days. And I would probably put this in a pouch, but you could pocket it. It's not that heavy. It's almost the same weight as this 112 right here. Moving on from September, October. This was my first case copperhead. I've been wanting one of these for years, been looking for some older ones. I actually ended up, getting a newer one. So beautiful. I just like the shield. It's a script logo shield here. No, it's not a script shield. It's the American flag shield. But it has the, the case XX on the end there, or the USA. Really nice little knife here. And my first copperhead. So hopefully there'll be many more. Also, in October, I picked up this GEC. Man, this is a beautiful English Jack. I think it's an 87 pattern. I think Northfield Unexcelled. Let's see. Snap in. Where? My camera's so high, I'm having to look up on my tippy toes. Yeah, it's an 87 pattern. English Jack, really nice. Look at that. Great smooth action. Just love it. Look at that thing. Beautiful. All right. See, moving in November, I got another case. And this is the 110 pattern. So this is kind of like the smaller version of this 100 right here. You can see they kind of look the same. And again, just trying to pick up, some more patterns I don't typically have. This is a Tony Bowes pattern here. And let me see if I can find it. It's a 110. Tony Bowes 62 110. Right there. And kind of unusual coloring. This probably should be brown bone. And I may dye this a little darker. I don't know. I kind of like it. It looks unusual. Looks worn. I like it. And then I picked up this fantastic Walden. That's genuine stag. This knife predates 1920. Just fantastic. And great little penknife in great condition. Let's see that right there. All right, we're going to end the year off with December. That's usually what we do. This is a a buck 112, and it's my first 112 in a long time. I'm sure I had one back in the 90s, but I haven't had one in a very long time. This was kind of like a company exclusive. You could see the blue buck shield on here, which is really cool. And it's S30 the steel. You can see that right there. S30V. And really nice. Good affordable price on this knife. It's around $74, I think. And this was another one of Randy WSG's recommendations. I didn't even wait for the end of the video when he showed me this. I stopped the video, went right out, and they still had these, and I bought it. So, and then I picked up this really cool recently. It is a bluegrass stamp on here. That is a trademark of Belknap Hardware, and was higher end knives, were their bluegrass knives. This is not an older one. This is probably in the 50s. It's just a little Barlow here, and I need to clean this up desperately because it's not in the best shape. You can see right there, but it's not too bad. A little bit of rust right here. You can see I need to clean that up, and we'll be doing that. This is genuine bone, saw cut bone, really pretty. So yeah, it's hard to find these with the bluegrass stamp. Now you can get Belknap Carbide knives, no problem, but it's hard to find these bluegrass stampings on them. So that ended my year. That's kind of my mind, how it wanders back and forth. The only thing you don't see is a fixed blade. It seems improbable that I did not buy a fixed blade last year, but it's possible. I don't know. I have Sometimers disease, so sometimes I remember and sometimes I don't. But I bought an awful lot of them in 23, so I don't know. If not, I'll probably end up buying a few more fixed blades in 2025 if I survive the new year. So I want to wish you all a happy new year. Thanks for sticking with the video, and really appreciate all your support throughout the year. I plan on doing big things in 2025. We'll see you there.